Okay, so I've been dropshipping for about 90 days now, and I feel like a lot of people have encountered many of the problems that I have. So I was just kind of gonna break it down for y'all, so you guys can kind of learn from some of my mistakes. So we can start with the number one thing. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people encounter this just doing any sort of thing that involves paid ads or anything like that, but just unprofitable ads, right? So you're spending a lot of money and you're not going break even, you're not going profitable on your actual ads. Basically, initially, the first thing that I did when I was running ad campaigns, what I like to do, I run MRR on all of my stores, right? And essentially MRR is basically monthly recurring revenue, right? So anytime anybody makes a purchase, anything like that, you're getting paid monthly from each sale, right? And I've been doing this for maybe 2 or 3 months now, and most of my stores aren't actually profitable on the front end, but when it comes to the back end with the subscriptions, then we are. So I would definitely recommend. I'm saying if you're trying to run ads and stuff like that, and they're just not converting how you want them to, you have to have some sort of convergence. Obviously, you can't be making no sales, right? But you're making sales, but they're just not at the point where you want them. You're making like 1 or 2 sales a day. Maybe spending like $100 on ads, making like what 50, 60. If you can somehow turn those 50, $60 in sales into monthly reoccurring sales, then instantly, when that first month comes around, you'll be back in profit. So that's kind of the one thing that I started to incorporate in all of my stores, no matter what I'm selling. I incorporate some sort of MRR in there just to kind of start building some, monthly reoccurring revenue. So, second thing, right? The second thing I think that a lot of people encounter, I encountered this at the very beginning of my journey, was consuming so much information, so much knowledge, so much videos, but not actually applying them, bro. Like I would sit here on YouTube for hours every single day watching different tips, watching different videos, but not actually applying that to my business. If you're going to watch these videos and you don't apply them, you're just entertaining yourself. You're not informing yourself, you're just entertaining yourself, right? Obviously it may not be directly entertaining to you, but if you're watching all of these information videos and you're not even applying them to your business, then they're entertaining to you. You're doing it because you enjoy it, not because you're using that to help grow your business, right? So just change your mindset, bro. If you're watching these videos, right, start applying them to your business. You feel me? Like I watch a lot of different dropshipping YouTubers. I give out like a little list of people who I watch, right? I watch Mark Bill's Brands. I watch Andreas, I think I like say it. I watch Digital Aaron. I watch Adam Griffin. I think that's his name. Adam Griffin. I think that's his name. And who else do I watch? Anthony Camacho every now and then. But the first three, those are like my big three right now, right? Digital Aaron, Adam Griffin, and Mark Bill's Brands, right? I like Mark Bill's Brands as well because he gives a lot of not motivational, but a lot of mindset stuff. He's not just focused on how to do it. He's actually helping you with your actual mind. And I feel like that's something that is it's very important when it comes to, any sort of online business. It's your mindset, right? But besides that, right, I give out two other people. Actually, yeah, I'll give you two other people. I watch a lot of, you feel me? This is where it comes into entertaining, right? Because I don't actually apply this to my business. I do watch some organic dropshippers, right? Because obviously I mess with their stuff. Shout out, what's your name? Shout out Kane. Shout out Fredo, B. Fredo, and other people like Brez, Pierre, whatever. But those stuff, I don't apply those stuff to my business because they're in a different field. I watch it because they're entertaining me, But when I go back to those first three YouTubers, I'm watching those to take what they're teaching me and apply it directly to my business. I'm not watching it because I want to get a laugh, I want to be entertained. I'm watching it to help grow my business. So it's very important that you understand, right, why you're watching the content, right? For me, I hope the reason why you're watching my channel, if you start sticking around, is because I'm providing both. I'm providing entertainment as well as information. So that's something I do want to start working on myself, as well as just more high quality videos, whatever. But so that's the second thing, right? And then the third thing I would say is just removing doubt, bro. Just removing doubt from your mind, right? And I'm gonna transition this into 4, right? 2, 3, and 4 we're gonna combine those, right? Step 1 is removing doubt from your mind that this shit is gonna work out. It's gonna work. You feel me? No matter how long it takes, no matter how you're looking now, it's gonna work. You feel me? And okay, going over to 4, we're just gonna combine them into one. I learned this from Noah Lang right here. He's the GOAT, bro. Noah Lang, bro. Shout out to you, bro. You know, if you watch the video, I don't know, but oh, going back, wait. Going back to what I said, the YouTubers I watch Jacob Ecom as well. I watch him. He's a real good YouTuber. But going to 4, what I was saying, I'm sorry. I actually learned this from Noah, right? So he told me, he said, you're in a marathon, not a race, right? This ecom shit is not a race, bro. It's not a race. You're not doing a get rich quick scheme. You're learning a legitimate business, right? You're learning a legit business. And this is something you gotta think about. When you're a dropshipper, you're not a dropshipper, you're a marketer. I market for a brand, right? Multiple brands. And you have to apply that into the way that you think, because you're not just doing this to make some quick cash. You're doing this to learn skills that will convert into cash. So no matter how much money you're making right now, it's about what skills you're learning and how you can apply that to future businesses, you know? It's like a ambulance or something going on, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to think about this in the long term, right? I seen this video. He said, if you stick with dropshipping for 3 to 4 years, your competition are going to be people that are in it for a get-rich-quick scheme, as well as people that are noobs, they're beginners. You know, six months, a year. You know, that's your competition. If you've been in this game for 3 to 4 years, you're like 80% better than the other people, right? Because you've been through this. You've been through the trenches. You've been, you know, ups and downs, and now you're at a point now where you know what you should and what you shouldn't do, right? So just think about this from a long-term perspective. You're not in it for a you know, little quick buck. You're in this as a business. You know, this is a business. You know, you probably want to get licensed with their state. You feel me? All this stuff goes into business, because that's what this genuinely is. It's an online business. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You feel me? So that's kind of just what it comes down to, bro. If you're gonna do dropshipping, you have to shift your mindset, bro. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is me starting my journey to become a marketer, because that's essentially what dropshipping is. It's marketing. Simple as that. But that's gonna be it for the video. If I did end up watching through, say like, just say something, bro. Say I watched all the way through. I don't know, whatever you guys want to say, bro. But I generally appreciate you guys if you did follow all the way through. Like and subscribe, as everybody be saying. But yeah, bro, we're in Miami, bro. I mean, we're in Miami Beach. But shout out y'all. Peace.